Hey guys, I know I look kind of crazy. I have my glasses on today because this is another video where I decided to do it on a whim and I didn't feel like putting on makeup and I just threw on my wig and we're going to get right into it. So today I wanted to talk about hair removal and what I'm planning on doing this month. Hopefully I end up uploading this video this month or before I go to my appointment. I am actually going to go get an electrolysis treatment, and I'm going to do this at the end of March on a Monday, so the 5th. And there, when I go, I'm going to go get a consultation and possibly go through with the actual treatment. When I go there, I'm going to be getting my bikini area done. And basically, I want to take you guys along while I'm doing that. Of course, I can't zone in on that, but I'll try to find like certain patches that I can maybe like hone into of hair. And I just wanted to basically do a quick video talking about the reason why I want to do electrolysis and what makes a difference than laser hair removal and why I'm picking electrolysis over laser hair removal. So let's get into it. So first I wanted to talk about the reason why I'm deciding to do electrolysis over doing a laser hair removal. Well, recently, actually this month, I decided to look back into laser hair removal. I remember I wanted to do it when it was a really big thing. This was back in probably 2016, 17, when it was like a big thing and all the YouTubers are doing it. I wanted to do a laser hair removal. And then I didn't kind of have the money to do so, meaning like I was just really doing this because I knew that I wanted it. And I wasn't doing it because of the influence of YouTubers, but I knew that I was doing this for myself, but I just knew I didn't have the money. So I put it off and then completely forgot about it until this year. So for some reason I went on Groupon to look at laser hair removal treatments. And then what happened was after I looked at those, I stumbled onto Google to look up the companies that were on Groupon because I wanted to know how much it would cost after the Groupon specials were over, because a lot of things on Groupon you're only able to use once, or maybe you could do like a thing where you buy another gift for yourself and you can use it twice. But as anybody knows, these things you're getting on Groupon are of value. So something that costs $200 now for 3 sessions will cost $800 in the future for 3 sessions. So it's just like I wanted to put all that math into perspective before I did a laser hair removal. And then all of a sudden, I don't know how I stumbled upon this, but I then realized that I was reading stuff and it was saying that laser hair removal, this is my ponytail. It was basically saying that laser hair removal wasn't permanent. And I'm like, wait a minute, I thought that laser hair removal was permanent. I know that it takes time for the hair to go away, but I thought it was permanent. But there was a lot of sources saying that laser hair removal isn't permanent. It's just another way to make hair minimal. And I'm like, no. I want to do laser hair removal because I wanted it to be permanent. So then I stumbled upon electrolysis, which is a permanent hair removal type of thing. And actually there's like really good benefits to electrolysis that I didn't even know. Besides the fact that it's actually permanent, unlike laser hair removal. But basically what I was reading a lot of is that electrolysis can be done in any skin color. So kind of when I was looking at laser hair removal, sometimes they say for darker skin tones, it doesn't work well. But they also say for lighter skin tones, it doesn't work well. So I'm just like, I don't really know how true or factual that is. But I just was seeing some stuff about how it doesn't work well with certain skin tones. And basically, I'm just like, okay, electrolysis says it's permanent, so now I'm gung-ho on electrolysis. So I started looking into that, and I was seeing the pricing, and I'm like, electrolysis is cheap. Not really after you do the math, which I'll explain in a second. But I'm like, electrolysis is cheap, so I might also do this. So comparably, like I was saying before, Groupon had like a 3 session special for like around $200, and then after that it was going to cost $800 for 3 sessions, whereas electrolysis for me in Connecticut would only cost between $70 and $80 depending on the amount of time. That's the most amount of time, meaning like an hour, because electrolysis can last anywhere between 15 minutes to an hour. And so I don't know if that depends on what region of your body that you're doing. So like if you're doing your leg, if that's going to be an hour-long session compared to doing your bikini zone. So I'll find that out when I do my consultation, and I will definitely let you guys know. And I'm assuming maybe sessions start to get cheaper and cheaper as time goes, because more and more hair started to disappear or die or whatever. So I'm assuming maybe sessions start to become less money because it's less time that you're spending in the one given area. So I want to first, before I talk about pricing, which I think I'm going to save until the end, I want to talk about electrolysis and laser hair removal. And I actually took notes because I'm like, I just re-looked this up before, and I'm like, I'm not gonna remember it by the time I do this video. So these are the differences between laser hair removal and electrolysis. So as you already know, like I said, laser hair removal, and I'll try to maybe do like some type of thing beside me. If I don't, then I'll just do hand gestures. So basically, laser hair removal is not permanent. It starts to make the hair come up less and less, and it makes the hair more finer, but it's not permanent. You will still get hair growth. Electrolysis is permanent. Laser hair removal basically is them shining a laser or some type of UV light on you at a high intensity like heat rate that makes basically the follicle die temporarily. But it doesn't necessarily kill the follicle, which is the reason why hair can still grow and regenerate. But over time, it becomes finer. With electrolysis, they're actually putting a little probe, like a little small needle, probably the same size as your hair, into the follicle opening, and they're either using heat or they're using a chemical to get rid of that follicle and like kill it off so that hair cannot regrow out of that follicle. Both of them take an immense amount of time to complete. So most things for electrolysis says that it takes up to 18 months, and basically you can go. Basically, you're supposed to go maybe every week, but maybe you can go every 2 weeks. Maybe that will also and then maybe that will also depict how much time you end up spending. I don't know. Whereas laser hair removal, you can go once a month, and like I said, it's not permanent, but you could go once a month comparably to go with electrolysis going every week or every 2 weeks, because here you're going once a month and you're probably paying, I don't know, $200. Like after you use your Groupon, you're probably paying like $200 a month, whereas with electrolysis you're paying like $70 to $80 a week. Like I said, I did the math to make it make sense, at least for Connecticut, that is. You have to do your own research on your own state. And with laser hair removal, you're only allowed to shave up to 24 hours before. Both of them you cannot wax with, so you can't wax or do anything that rips out your hair because they need the actual root to still be in you. So with laser hair removal, they say that you can shave at least 24 hours in advance because they don't want too much hair. Like they don't want these long hairs to try to get out. Whereas with the electrolysis, they tell you that at most you should, if you want to shave for some reason, do it within 72 hours before the treatment because they want the hair to be at least 2 to 3 millimeters long. Let me look. That's really, really short. So I know when I do my treatment, I should shave a week before. So, because, shoot. Yeah. looking at the ruler. Yeah, I'm definitely have to shave probably like a week in advance just so I know that my hairs are going to be short. And so that's basically the difference between like laser and electrolysis. So moving on, I'm going to talk about what electrolysis really is. Laser hair removal, you can look up yourself. And I'm going to talk about like the different treatments with electrolysis. So like I said, electrolysis basically is a permanent hair removal. They use a probe that goes inside of your hair follicles and kills your follicle either with chemical or either with heat. So the first one that they have is I think galvanic electrolysis, which is basically them using a current that produces a chemical to kill your hair follicle. So this one, they're using a chemical to kill the follicle within your body to kill the hair and stop the hair from growing. The other one is thermolysis, which is them using a heat at either a high rate or a low rate to kill that follicle. And then the other one is the blend method, where they're using both heat and chemical to kill the follicle. I personally don't know which method my I guess doctor, if you want to call it, is going to offer me. I don't know if she has two methods. I don't know if she just uses one method. But on the 25th, I'm going to her to talk about it, have a consultation, and then I'm hoping to actually result in going through with it. And just continuing this for 18 months, and hopefully my hair is either gone in less than 18 months or in 18 months, whatever works. So let's get into costs, and the reason why I think electrolysis is definitely more cost effective than that of laser, especially when laser isn't permanent. So, as I have written down, and I did it in an 18-month increment. So electrolysis, for every, like, mostly every single website says between 12 and 18 months. I did 18 months at the extreme, of course. So 18 months, say you go once a month, and I should have did this by, like, I should have multiplied this just by, like, 52, then added some. But what I did is I did 18 times 4, so that I get 72 weeks. And imagine if I pay $80, that's at the higher end of the spectrum. I think where I'm going is like 70. But and like I said, time also depicts price. But I just said my sessions are an hour every single time at $80 an hour. And that basically ended up resulting in, after 18 months, spending $5,760. And like I said, with the electrolysis, it's going to vary, because possibly and this is something that I don't know, this something I didn't even look up before even doing this video. What my assumptions are, as your hair starts to deplete, they start to spend less time in the given area, which means after a certain amount of time, you're actually going to start spending less money. Maybe something that started out as an hour-long treatment, maybe halfway is now only a half an hour treatment, and then maybe 75% of the way it's now only a 15-minute treatment. I really don't know how it works. She will explain that to me with my consultation. So essentially, this $5,760 over an 18-month period can actually dwindle down to probably being even less than that. And then what I did for the laser hair removal is I included actually a Groupon, because there is a Groupon for most laser hair removal. And honestly, I would personally do a Groupon before I actually dished out all the money. And also, I was going to say electrolysis, they do have packages. So that's another benefit. I'm not sure what laser hair removal, if they have packages, but a lot of the doctors and a lot of the places that I looked up had a package deal. They didn't give you pricing for it, because I guess it depends on what area you're doing, but a lot of them did have package deals, so that was also another plus that I seen, and I can't wait to talk to the doctor about the package deals. So back to laser hair removal. So what I did for laser hair removal is I did let me see. What is this? So I did it at once a month for 18 months, which means that 18 months. And what I did is I divided it to where I did 3-month periods, and that's how much it will cost, and doing the combined cost for a 3-month period. Because what happens is Groupon has one where you do 3 sessions, and that price was $236 for the 3 sessions. And then after that, I would have to pay my laser hair removal person $885 for the 3 months. That was originally only $236 for 3 months. So what I did is I did 5 times $885, which ended up being $4,425, which is almost about the same price as the electrolysis. And electrolysis is permanent, whereas laser hair removal is not permanent. And then I don't know if I personally added this or if I forgot to add this, but let's just add the $236 to it. So basically that means that if I went with laser hair removal, it would end up costing me, I'm going to do this math in my head. So it ended up costing me $4,661 if I did laser hair removal. And the crazy thing is, that's basically only $1,200 less than me doing something that's permanent. And like I said, it may vary that after a certain amount of months, your time with electrolysis starts to dwindle and the prices start to dwindle. So that's the reason why I'm going with electrolysis, because it's a cost-effective method. It's permanent. And it works for all skin types and basically all hair types. Whereas laser hair removal still has that light skin, dark skin type of thing. And I know there's a myth that basically electrolysis is painful, because when you think about it, there's something going inside of you, kind of like a needle. There's something going inside of you. So you would think that it would be painful, but a lot of like blogs and a lot of videos that I've watched are like electrolysis honestly isn't that painful. It's kind of like a little pinch. There might be a pinch here and there depending on what hair they're probably tackling. But for the most part, it isn't painful. Whereas you look at laser hair removal, you always see pain. You always see pain. You either have to do some type of topical treatment that they charge you for. It's not free. I'm like, why can't the topical piece be free? But I understand people are different, so they're gonna charge you for something that not everybody needs to use. So laser hair removal is painful. So, and you know that by seeing videos, you know that by reading that it's a painful process. Not saying that it's excruciating, but you know that there's gonna be pain in certain areas depending on the amount of hair, depending on the way you shave, blah blah blah. So that's basically my little background electrolysis and my little pop-up to tell you what I'm going to be doing on the 25th of March. I hope to get this video out before I do my treatment. I definitely have more than enough time to. But yeah, I'm going to go for a consultation on electrolysis. I hope to go through with the treatment, and I hope to be consistent with it. And I will let you guys know whether or not I'm going to go every week or every 2 weeks. The goal is every 2 weeks, because every week I'm like, that's a bit. And oh yeah, I did the math for every 2 weeks. If I went every 2 weeks and that was fine, it would only cost me $2,880. So that's also a plus. So anyway, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my socials at Maya_love, MAYA_LOVE. And I will see you guys later. Bye.